Hi everyone, Stephanie with Mama Bear Inc. Welcome back to my YouTube channel today. If this is your first visit, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Today we are not making a card. We are making a little gifty type item because one of my favorite things to do is to make little gifts and doodads and whatnots that I can give away to friends and family and coworkers. And today is one of my absolute favorites. This is a little Post-it note holder. See, it holds Post-it notes, and then it has a teeny little gel pen here on the side. Now, the gel pens I just picked up at Staples, but they're all over Amazon. You can buy them pretty much anywhere. In fact, I think you can get some funny little scented ones at Walmart in the party section as well. So we're going to be making this one today, and this is out of Tip Top Taupe and Mint Macaron, and it uses some of our Oh So Succulent papers, which I am totally in love with this paper pack and totally in love with the stamp set. More to come on that, most certainly. So let's get started with what we need to make this little guide today. We are going to need some pieces of paper. Now this is a piece of Tip Top Taupe, and this is cut 7 3/8 inches long by 3 1/4 inches this way. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. We also need a piece of Mint Macaron, and this is, do I know what this is cut to? This is cut to 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. Don't worry, all of the measurements will be on my blog. So this is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. Here is our designer series paper cut at 2 3/4 by 3. And then I have a couple of little circles that I have die cut out with our, can you see little stitch marks? With our Stitched Shapes framelit dies. And this is the set. These were not available to order for quite a while, but they are back in stock. In fact, one of my friends just ordered them this past weekend. And you get 4 sizes of the stitched ovals, the stitched circles, and the squares, okay? And so to make this project, we are using the 2 smallest circles. The smallest one I used to cut out a bit of Whisper White, and the next size up a little bit of Mint Macaron. And so that's what we're going to use to put our sentiment on the front. And for the sentiment, I'm using one of our celebration sets. This is called Designer Tea, and I actually just told someone that this probably wasn't something they needed if they didn't have the Build a T-shirt set from the Occasions catalog. And I was wrong. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's all sorts of neat stuff in here. Don't quit your daydream. When in doubt, stamp. Everything will be okay. So this is kind of a neat set, and if you're kind of casting about for what you might want to put on your order for your free item, this is actually a good one. I was wrong. This is a good one. So the other thing that we're going to need, besides another little pen, and I've got a little matching green pen here, is Post-it notes. Now these I usually just pick up at the dollar store. Now this one was, I've never seen these there before, and I've not seen them again, unfortunately, but this was a huge stack of craft colored Post-it notes. So I kind of split it in half to do this one, and then I've got a whole half left to do the one with you here today. So let's get started. This is pretty easy construction, actually. Once you cut your base piece in the Tip Top Taupe, you are going to want to bring out your Simply Scored. And let me move it over and see if you can see there. Okay, and so you're going to just score on the long side, and you're going to be scoring at 3 1/8, 3 1/2, and 3 7/8, okay? And that's all there is to this portion. Let's see if I can move this without knocking the camera down. Haha. Okay, and so once we've scored those lines, we just need to fold and burnish with our bone folder. All right. And what you will have if you fold it, so you've got 3 score lines that you folded. If you fold it on the center one, you will see that one side is significantly longer than the other. This is the side that your Post-it note is going to be on, okay? So my suggestion is, because it's going to be covered, just put a little dot right in the center of it so you don't get confused. So I just put a little green dot. Wow, that's hard to see. Okay, so I just put a little green dot right in the center. Now the first thing that we're going to do is fold it on that center score line and take some little paper snips, and we're going to create this little doohickey that holds the pen. So that's the first thing. And there's no measuring or anything like that. Just cut up to the score line about a 1/2 inch apart. It's that easy. Just like that. So now we're going to open this back up, and we know, because we put the dot, that this is our back side that's going to hold our Post-it note. So we want to put our adhesive here and here, because we don't want to put adhesive over the little part that we cut, okay? So I am going to use some of our tear and tape to do that, and I'm just going to put some here up to my cut line, and then below my cut line down to the bottom. It really is easy to tear, I swear. Okay, and so because I'm just a little goofy, I take my bone folder and I kind of go over that and make sure that it's good and on there. And we'll remove the backing tape. Come on, big guy. There we go. And we're simply going to fold this over onto the back, just like that. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just burnish that down again. All right, and now we need to take this lid, because we've got a score line here and a score line here, and we're going to push it back, just like that. And there we have our little book. And if we come in here and poke out the little piece that we cut and did not put adhesive on, we now have our little pen holder that our pen fits into perfectly. Okay, so now we need to decorate our little holder. So we're going to take our green piece here and our DSP, and we're just going to use some snail to put these together. Easy layering. Just like that. And this is going to go right on top of our cover. Just like that. So there is our cover. Now we want to do our little sentiment piece. So I've got our little whisper white circle here, and I've already mounted up the stamp that says "Don't quit your daydream." I just love that one. And on the sample that I made, I did this in Calypso Coral. Now that's another color in this designer series paper, and it's not on here, which I wanted because I didn't want it to kind of blend in. But for this one, we're going to use Sweet Sugar Plum. It's fast becoming a favorite. That's also another color in this paper that's not on this particular sheet that I chose. And we'll just ink it up and stamp it, trying to keep it centered as much as possible. And oh look, we did a good job, yay! All right, and that's all the stamping that we need to do. And again, I'm just going to put some snail on the back of my little circle and mount it on my big circle, just like that. And then I'm going to take the big circle and mount it on the cover. Now, I'm not putting any dimension on this because it's kind of meant to fit in your handbag. I didn't want to put anything on there that was going to come flying off every time you touched it. So there we go. That is mounted. Now, the next thing that we need to do is add our little Post-its. And I am going to, again, use some tear and tape for this because it's just a bit stronger. And I'm just going to run a couple of strips along the back side of our Post-it notepad, just like that. And make sure they're on there good. We'll take the back. Well, I just took that whole darn thing off, didn't I? Oh my goodness. I was really hoping it wasn't going to be one of those days today, because it has been the last couple. All right, let's try that again. Take the backing paper off, not the entirety of it. Can she do it? Well, why am I having such a tough time? Tear and tape is usually not hard to use. I think it's user error. I think it's just me. Okay, so now we're going to take our Post-it pad here and center it up on the inside. And we know, remember that the Post-it goes here because we put our little dot. We're going to center it up on the inside and push that down. And there we have our little Post-it holder. Put our little pen in and it's all done. And here again is the sample that I made earlier. So these are really quick and easy to make. You can make them any color. You can make them with any designer series paper. You can even make your own designer series paper to make them with. They're very cute, and the little gel pens might be a little bit hard to find, but I would suggest looking online, Amazon, Staples.com, or Staples.com is probably the best way to go since they're Staples pens. Yeah. So anyhow, thank you very much for coming and spending time with me today. I've enjoyed it and I look forward to doing so again soon. Take care.